everybody, it's Heather. I am back with day 10 of my December daily. I've been super busy, as everyone else has been. So, yeah, I'm finding it hard to find time to try to keep up with this. But I'm not discouraged because I know that once the holiday season dies down, I will have time to finish it. And I am taking pictures. I think there's been I've taken at least one picture every single day. So even if we're just being lazy around the house, watching movies on the weekends, I'm making sure that I'm screenshotting a picture of the movie that we watched and journaling about it. So, but I am, like I said, finding it hard to try to find time to do it, but it will get done. So, right now I'm just looking through my cards that I have and just trying to figure out which cards I want to use on this layout. It's going to be 2 pages, even though there's only 3 pictures. I wanted to do a full page layout, like a 6x8, I think that's what they are, of the picture of my daughter and I. So, like I said, I'm just looking through the cards, trying to figure out which ones I want to use. And for these 2 pages, I'm using red, of course, the aqua, and green. So those are the 3 colors that I'm going to work into these pages. And still looking through cards. I sped this video up pretty fast because, again, it took me about 45 minutes to do these because I show everything in the video. I guess it would be shorter if I would go ahead and pick out things that I wanted before I actually started the video. But, I don't know, I just like to do it all on the video, so sorry if it's a little long. I tried to speed it up, so it's only about 18 minutes, a little less than 18 minutes long, but I think it'll be okay. So, right now I'm just looking at the cards, looking at the pictures, trying to figure out which cards, I wanted to put with what pictures, and which ones I want to use. So I'm going to go ahead, with the 3x4 cards, all my pictures are printed out at a 3x4, so I have to trim them down a little bit, so there's a little bit of a border. And some of the pictures I can trim down, a lot, but some of them are of my face right here, of the selfie. You can't really trim that down much because it's already pretty close, it takes up the whole picture. So I'm definitely, like I said in previous videos, keeping it simple because I feel like if I put too many embellishments or too many stickers on the photos, it's going to take away from the photo. So that is going to be it for that card. The one at the bottom says jolly, and then the one at the top says the best. And that picture is of me. I got in the car to go pick up my daughter from school, and one of my favorite songs was on the radio. So it's like, oh, I'm so happy, let's take a picture. So, and then this one is of our elf Twinkle, and she had made herself a swing using a toilet paper, an empty toilet paper roll, and some of Mommy's twine. Or some of my twine, sorry. I'm so used to calling myself Mommy. But, and then she left my daughter. My daughter obviously is 5 years old, and she loves Frozen just like every other little 5-year-old girl. She left her a cup that had Frozen on it because she had been being a good girl that week in school. So that is it for those 2. It was super, super fast. On the one with Twinkle, I put a little wood veneer at the top that says Joyous, and that's a Recollections wood veneer. And then on the bottom, I used a sticker that said The Magic of Christmas, because if you have read the story of the elf on the shelf, the elf has magic. Santa gives the elf magic to fly to the North Pole every night to tell Santa how the child has been for the day. So I thought that sticker fit very well with the picture. And here I am, I pull out some of these wood numbers that I got from Michael's in the wood section. And I wanted to put them on this heart, but it just wasn't working. It was covering up the heart, and I didn't want it to cover up the heart. So I'm in search of another card, and then I found this chevron with every single color that I'm using, the green, the aqua, and the red in there. So I think it looks perfect. But the tin kind of like, I feel like blends in with it when it's just naked. So I'm going to use some red embossing powder and emboss the wood numbers. And right now I'm searching for my tweezers, and I don't find them. I don't know, I think they just got legs and got up and walked away, because I've only used these tweezers like 2 times, and they were pretty new, and I loved them. So I don't know what happened to them. It's not like I use them anywhere else. I just use them here at this table. So they're probably underneath all my piles and mounds of things. But you will see that I struggle here with the number, trying to emboss it. Actually, it does pretty well right here on the first layer. And I dip it back in the embossing powder because it just wasn't thick enough. It was kind of translucent. And this time it kind of just like blows. Yeah, there it goes. It blows away, and it's like I'm trying to catch it. And I dip it again. And it just does not want to stay still. And it was making me so frustrated because I was like burning my fingers every time I tried to hold it. But then if I didn't hold it, it would not hold still. So I'm done with that. Like, the number one. Now I'm getting a baby wipe because it got embossing powder all over the place. And that embossing powder is really cheap. It's not that great, but it's the only like true red that I have. So, and now I'm going to do the number 0. And let me tell you, I struggle with this one, like way worse than I did with number 1. It just was not wanting to hold still at all. I felt like I was at a rodeo trying to like catch it, you know what I mean? Like it was just like, here we go, all over the place, like, oh yeah. So I dip it back in. I think I do this one 3 times as well. Just because, like I said, it's not that great embossing powder, and I finally realized, oh, you can hold it down with this little poker thingy. Duh. Why didn't I think of that before? So, good thing I have that there. And in a minute, you'll see that it looks extremely dark. Like, way darker than the number 1, but it's just because it hasn't dried yet. So, once it dries, it'll look a lot better. It'll all match. Clean it up, because I hate embossing powder all over the place. It really, like, it's one of my pet peeves. I can't stand it. And you can see there that they both match now. It's dried. And I'm just going to use this Scotch Quick Dry Adhesive, and I'm going to glue those numbers down. You know, I really love my glossy accents, but it gets so clogged that, you know, I'm having to put the poker down inside of it every single time. And it has like tore the nozzle up, so it like comes out the side of the nozzle, and it's just, I think I'm just gonna have to throw it away. Either get a new one or just stick to the Scotch Dry adhesive. And you know, I think, oh, one of these little frames around the number 10 would be adorable. But the frame's just not big enough. And I try to make it work, but it wouldn't work, even though I squished the number 10 together a little closer. I'm just playing around trying to figure out how I want to embellish this, and I end up just tying a bow with some twine. Like I said, keep it simple, ladies. Like, especially if you're so far behind like me. It already takes me quite a long time to do these layouts just because I'm not used to pocket page scrapbooking, even though I've been doing it, you know, for a little while now that I've been doing the December daily, but I'm still just not used to it. So it takes me just as long to do this as it would a 12 by 12 layout. So definitely put washi down behind the twine so it stays in place when you're slipping it through the card. Oh, and then I realized, oh, I want to scoot the bow over, so now I had to take the washi off because the bow was like right on the number 1 and you couldn't even really see it. So just put that back down to hold it in place. Excuse me, I have the sniffles. And I got to do this. I actually found time because my father came to visit yesterday, and today is Christmas Eve, so he got here yesterday, and I made dinner, and we ate dinner together at my house, and we hung out, and we're gonna do Christmas presents probably around lunchtime today. And he asked if he could keep my daughter last night in his hotel. They have a pool, an indoor heated pool. So I was like, yeah, go ahead. I haven't had a break. Like a grandparent keep her since we moved to Pennsylvania almost a year ago. So it was definitely nice. My husband and I watched a movie last night and just had some us time. And so this morning I woke up kind of early and went ahead and did this in the peace and quiet when nobody was awake. Well, it was just me and my husband, so he was still asleep. And it was just really nice to sit down out of all this, busy season and get some time to myself. This is a picture of my daughter kissing me on my cheek. She does this every once in a while. She'll just if she's sitting in my lap, she'll just grab my face and kiss me as hard as she can. And I just love it. I absolutely adore it. And so she was doing this, and I told her, I said, I got to get a picture of this. So hold it. My phone was sitting right beside me. I know most scrapbookers like to take a lot of pictures. And, Daddy and Emily, or Greg, my husband, and Emily, my daughter, are used to it. I'm like, all right, hold on, hold that right there while I get my camera, And I was going to put Baby It's Cold Outside with these letter stickers from Simple Stories, but for some reason, all of them were pulling the sticky stuff off. And then it would curl up. So it made me mad because that's a whole sheet of sticker letters. And I tried to pull up almost every single B and almost every single A, and they were ripping. So needless to say, I probably won't be buying any more letter stickers from them, just because this is the second pack that I've had this problem with. And I'm not able to use them. So it's very frustrating. This You and Me is cut out of glitter paper on my Cricut Explorer, and it is very, very flimsy. The paper is very flimsy, and it's a very thin, intricate, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, die cut. It's very thin and flimsy. So I used my Zig glue pen to glue these down. And I really, really love the way this little layout turned out. And actually, I do, like I said, I do better with layouts like like a layout than the pocket. Because you can tell that this layout goes faster than my 4 cards on the other side went. So I guess I'm just a layout kind of girl. I probably won't ever do pocket page scrapbooking unless it's like a December daily or just like one. Like I wanted to do our Disney trip in a pocket page scrapbooking because I thought it would be easier, but I don't know now. So I'm looking through some more cards to try to bring in some of that like aqua turquoisey color. And I end up going with the heart. So I cut the heart down to like a square so it would fit on the page. And I really, really like the way this layout turned out. It makes me so happy when I really enjoy the way something looks and I'm pleased with the way it looks. I love that little heart. It's so cute. And I have this little snowflake, and it's just a die cut. I just cut it out on my Cricut a while back ago, and I just had it kind of sitting to the side. I was like, oh, perfect. Here you go. And I get a little bit of the little bling and put it right there in the center. And I definitely wanted to do something down here at the bottom, but I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. So I'm looking through some things and I find this, and I made this a while ago too, and it was perfect. It says Merry Christmas, even though it's not Christmas. I just really like the way it looks, and it's got the, you know, the turquoise and the red, and it just looks really well, and it fit perfectly. Like it was perfect. It was meant to be there. And then this says ho ho ho. And I'm going to glue that down, and that is going to be the video, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment below and tell me how your December daily is going. And I will go to your page and subscribe to your channel and watch your videos. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Bye.